All right, guys, going to talk a little bit about circles today. Um, Especially these 6 definitions, what we want to go over. First off, this whole thing is called a circle, all right? A circle is a set of all the points that are equidistant from one point, which is called the center. So let's see if I can draw a good center in here. So let's say maybe I call this center, I don't know, P, all right? P. So this would be called circle P. We name it by using its center, in this case, P. All right, that's a circle. A radius is the distance from that center to the edge, if you will. Circles don't have edges, but to somewhere on the actual circle. So if I draw a straight line and connect that dot, this would be called the radius. Okay, that is a radius. The next thing we have is a chord. Right, a chord, it also goes from one part of the circle to another, but not the middle. Okay, it's going to go like from the side, one part of the side, across to another part. So if I connect those 2 dots, this will be called a chord. Okay. All right, what do we have next? We have a diameter. A diameter is kind of like a chord. It goes from one side to the other side, but it goes through the center, in this case, our center P. So let's see here, if I can go from one side, I'll offset it a little bit. Maybe I'll go from this point. How about that? Through the center. Okay, I didn't do the best job there, but you kind of get the idea. It goes from one point through the center to the other side, and that is, the whole thing is called the diameter. So how about I move the P over there? I'm going to say this. There we go. That's the diameter. That's the whole thing. Okay, 2 more. We have a secant. The secant line. This is kind of like a chord, except it keeps going. It goes through the circle, and it really just touches it in 2 points. Okay, and it's a line, so it goes on forever in both directions, and it touches the circle in 2 points. Here's one. There's another one. That's the secant. All right. Okay, notice I kind of wrote on the outside there too, going in, because it includes all of it. All right, the last one is a tangent. A tangent's kind of like a secant, except instead of touching it at 2 spots, it only touches it at 1, which means that if I put 1 dot here, it's going to go through that 1 dot and only touch there. And these are really hard to draw because it's really hard to draw a line that touches it just at 1 spot. Think of kind of like a ball. If you were to roll a ball on the ground, okay, every time, if this is the ground, we flip it, or maybe I can do it this for better. Every time that ball is touching the ground, that is a tangent point, okay, and the ground would be like a tangent line. So if it keeps on rolling, then at this point, that would be the tangent. So it just touches in exactly 1 point. It does not go through it like the secant, just touches it in 1 spot.